Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rizky Alkazri from class 11 Social 1. Today, I would like to present my presentation about procedure text. In the first slide, I will explain what procedure text is. Procedure text is a type of text that aims to describe a command or instruction on how something is achieved in the correct sequence or steps. Usually, procedure text begins with how to. On the next slide, procedure text have some characteristics. First characteristic is using the simple present tense with subject plus verb 1 and using imperative or command form. The, the second characteristic of procedure text is using the verb action for example like make, take, boil, cook and using temporal conjunction and like first, then, next, after that, and last. The third characteristic of procedure text is use conjunction to sequence activities like then, while, and else, and use adverbs to state details of time, place, accurate, method like for 5 minutes, 2 hours, and else. And the four characteristics of procedure text is use adverbs to express a stage or sequence. For example, like the first, the second, the third, the last, and else. Okay, to the next slide is generic structure of procedure text. The first generic structure of procedure text is goal. It means provides information about the aims and objective of the procedure and predicts a conclusion. The second generic structure is materials. Contains a list of materials needed to perform a procedure or steps. The third is steps. List the sequence of instruction or activities for achieve the goal in the correct sequence of steps. And the last is result. The result of a series of steps that have been taken. Okay, to the next slide is example of procedure text. Now for the first example of procedure text is how to make ice cream. So the how to make ice cream is the first generic structure is goal. Now to ingredients. Ingredients are material. Now to the steps. Steps are steps 1 until 4 and the result is in the picture. Now for the second example of procedure text is first is how to make a pencil box that is a goal. Now to the what you need is 1 until 5 is materials. Now to the steps 1 until 4 and the result is beside picture. Okay, now to the next slide is benefits of learning from procedure text. The benefits of learning procedure text that can be learned are being able to understand more clearly about the procedure text from its characteristics, generic structure, and being able to create procedure text from the examples shown previously. Right? Now, the last slide is conclusion. The conclusion that can be drawn from the PowerPoint procedure text that has been explained previously is that the procedure text is a text that describes a command or instruction, which is usually sentence procedure text that begins with how to, with several characteristics, and 4 generic structure. I think that's all for my presentation today. I'm sorry if there is a mistake. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.